Kentucky's got a ton of talented pass catchers that we're going to see more of in spring practice. We know the good ones: Dane Key, Barryon Brown, Tavion Robinson's coming back, Jordan Dingle's coming back at tight end, but what are the guys farther down the pecking order? Like, there's got to be some guys that make moves up the depth chart, or they might not ever get their time to shine. Who do you think has the best potential to make a move in spring practice of the pass catchers at wide receiver and tight end?
To me, it's a huge 15 practices for DeKel Crowdis. If you're looking at just class breakdown in that receiver room, he is the next guy right there. They need him to become a field stretcher, a vertical weapon. Right, you're right. They got three guys, but you need a fourth to emerge. Anthony Brown, I think, and Shamar Porter are looming. Anthony Brown's on campus right now and will be practicing. But you need DeKel to really take a step up here, and I think he's probably the most important. I think you can make the argument he's one of the most important players. If you're just ranking players by importance this spring, he's near the top for me. They really need him to take a jump.
Oh, we're going to be keeping close eye on him throughout the spring practice. There's no doubt there's a ton of talent in that wide receiver room. There's a ton of talent in the tight end room as well. I just don't know what it's going to look like. How does Liam Cohen pick between playing his stud receivers and his stud tight ends? It's going to be a fun balancing act for us to watch from afar. But to figure out how he does it, it all starts in spring practice with which personnel groups are the most efficient during team periods.
We might not have to worry about that too much because they have a nice blend of what they can do at tight end. Like Isaiah Cummings, Jordan Dingle can typically be just off-ball tight ends who can line up in the slot, run routes, and win. Whereas I think Brendan Bates is kind of your traditional inline wide tight end, play on the end of line scrimmage, help block. And Caddis is a guy I think you can move around a lot of different areas. I think he can play inline. I think he can play off-ball. And I think in your run game, depending on what you want to do, he's going to have a huge part of that. Whatever Kentucky decides their run game plan is going to be, using Caddis is going to be a huge part of that. And then he's a capable, I think, pass catcher where he's not. I don't think Cummings or Dingle.
People forget about Isaiah Cummings. He was such a big piece of the 10-win team under Cohen the first time around, and he drops a pass early on in the season under Scangarella. He gets in the doghouse, and I had a post written for him to hop in the transfer portal. I was fully expecting it, but Cohen's arrival, I think, changed that. His return changed that equation for Isaiah Cummings. I'm excited to see if we have a resurrection of Isaiah Cummings' career, because he did show a lot of potential. He showed a lot of production.
You look at Dane Key, Barryon Brown, Jordan Dingle. I don't feel crazy projecting them all to be draft picks and potential all-SEC performers.
A new look Kentucky offense for the first time in a long time. It's going to be pass first. There's always been a balance. There still will be a balance. There always will be to a degree under Mark Stoops. But Devin Leary has excelled in these pass-happy offenses. He's never had weapons as pass catchers like this in Kentucky's wide receiver and tight end room. And it's going to be exciting to watch these groups develop to see what we're going to have in store for the fall for this Kentucky football team.